I never believed in ghosts. But the night I found the little girl in the graveyard, alone and crying, something changed. I tried to help her. I tried to bring her home. But some things are never meant to leave the dead behind. It started as a dare. Just me and my friends being stupid, testing our courage like we were still kids. The old cemetery at the edge of town had been abandoned for decades. Overgrown, forgotten. They said it was haunted, that no one who entered after midnight ever came out the same. I thought it was all nonsense. Until I saw her. We were deep into the graveyard, our flashlights cutting through the thick fog that hugged the tombstones like fingers reaching from the earth. The air was thick, heavy, and the deeper we went, the quieter it became. Not even the crickets dared to break the silence. Then I heard it. A sob, faint at first, like the wind whispering through the trees. But then, clear as day, a child crying. I turned, my stomach twisting. The others heard it too, I could see it in their faces. But where they hesitated, I moved forward. Because no matter how creepy this place was, I couldn't ignore the sound of a child in trouble. She was sitting on a cracked tombstone, her tiny frame curled up, her face buried in her hands. A little girl, no older than 6, wearing a white nightgown stained with dirt. Her hair was tangled, her bare feet covered in mud. "Hey," I called gently, stepping closer. "Are you lost?" she sniffled, looking up at me with wide, glassy eyes. "I can't find my mommy." Something about her voice made my skin prickle. It was distant. Hollow. But I pushed the thought away. "It's okay," I said, kneeling in front of her. "What's your name?" "How did you get here?" She hesitated, glancing around as if scared of something unseen. "They don't want me to leave." A cold chill ran down my spine. "Who?" She pointed behind me. I turned, my breath catching. The fog had thickened, swallowing the graves into an endless gray. And in that mist, shadows moved. Watching. Waiting. My friends had already started backing away. "Dude, let's go," one of them hissed. "Now." But I couldn't just leave her. "Come on," I said, holding out my hand. "I'll take you home." Her fingers barely brushed mine before a wind slammed into us, knocking me backward. The temperature dropped in an instant, my breath coming out in thick clouds. The ground beneath me felt wrong. Soft, like something shifting just below the surface. Then I heard the voices. Low whispers rising from the earth, growing louder, angry. The shadows moved closer, their shapes twisting, unnatural. The girl screamed, "Run," she shrieked. "Before they take you too." My heart pounded. I scrambled to my feet, stumbling toward my friends, who were already bolting toward the exit. I turned back one last time, and she was gone. Only the tombstone remained, and as my flashlight passed over it, my stomach turned to ice. Her name was carved into the stone. She had died 50 years ago. We never spoke about that night. Not really. Not in words that made sense. But we all knew, we had seen something we weren't supposed to. Something old. Something hungry. I went back once, in the daylight. The grave was still there, her name etched into the weathered stone. And at its base, small footprints led away into the trees. They never faded. Some places are forgotten for a reason. Some souls are never meant to leave. If this story sent shivers down your spine, hit that like button. And if you want more tales of the unknown, make sure to subscribe, because sometimes, the dead are never really gone.